from the sidelines.
Oh my god.
Oh, this camera.
A look at Atlanta's.
Oh, there it goes.
Opening lineup. Teague and Korver are the guards. Paul Millsap out there with Horford. That's what it's personified right there. To just go up and finish over the biggest defender. Now here's Parker. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. There's Green with the three. It's good. And guys, as a second round pick, Danny Green was once an afterthought out of North Carolina. Now he's one of the most dangerous three-point shooters in the league. You're right, Kevin. Throughout last season, and 42% from beyond.
Hey, Paul Millsap can shoot threes. I can surprise you. Just gave that one up.
I don't usually take these online.
The rim. And it's Horford picking him up. Here's Duncan. And that one, no question, powered it down.
Let's go, Timmy.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish? And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Oh, my.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. Talking about Danny Green, he owns one of the better field goal percentages for a volume three-point shooter in the league. And he's a marksman at the charity stripe, too. A valuable role player for any offense.
Teague drives in. Splitter kicks to Millsap.
Back the box. Okay.
6 to shoot. On the wing, Korver. Knocked loose.
Same.
What? Oh, my God.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Green with the basket on the assist by Leonard. Green's got 5 points so far. And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts. Teague kicks to Millsap.
I thought you don't do threes.
Yeah, that one he was open.
And when you think about Danny Green,
if it comes down to it, I need to start scoring someday.
Go back to that
and the
NBA
inside
Finals
defense
back
of
in
this team
13, and he made a total of 27 threes, smashing that previous record of 22.
Yo, what?
And that's coming up big in the biggest moments. And really nothing like a
Robert. Ooh, that was close.
To get a team going. And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shooting
and
a
why?
couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs. Great hustle defensively through the first half.
Oh, wow.
Everything and racking up the block shots.
Another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnover.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Jeff Teague.
I grabbed that.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that. Pretty one-handed.
Play some defense, guys.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And listen, San Antonio is an older team, actually the oldest in the league last season. And because of injuries and days off, they didn't get to feel that preferred starting 5 a lot last year. Schroeder passes to Splitter.
Oh, Al Horford.
And Horford, here we go. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Then for the Hawks, Mike Scott's checked in for Splitter. Cephalosha comes in for Paul Millsap. Hardaway is subbed in for Kyle Korver. Picked by West. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Schroeder. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Cephalosha's running. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Where is the foul?
Spurs only use their preferred lineup less than half
wow.
the season, but still a strong campaign. 22 games played.
Patty Mills.
Parker, Green,
What the
Leonard,
fuck missed that right there?
You know the Spurs will go on to Houston. That would be the 5th most in the NBA.
Oh wow, they replaced you running way real slow.
After the basket by Atlanta. And Mills kicks to Diallo.
What the fuck?
Horford with the rebound.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Cephalosha misses. There's the triple. Atlanta with the rebound. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every
that one was nice.
Maestro,
Holy crap, how did he
so
do that?
good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Here's Ginobili after the basket by Atlanta.
No.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right
they
there.
call that foul though.
And then got back
Where the one
up?
up?
Not the guy you want to send to the line, Kevin.
The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
And at the line last season,
Oh, how did he not go grab them?
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
Y'all good?
Yeah.
The Spurs making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. Pass to Ginobili.
Sight.
He kicks it to Mills.
Yo.
Passes it to West. Diallo with a wide open look.
Oh wow, I thought it was like shot clock violation at
So,
first,
both teams trading buckets
but
as
not
we
in
end
the first quarter.
Spurs lead by 3.
They get scoring a little bit. You want a huge run, and then it kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's just miss all these open shots.
Well, up to this point, a
I'm
closely
not getting so
contested
lucky
game
either
as we
with
start
free
the second
throws.
quarter. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to
the
offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter.
Are you serious right
On the
now?
court for Atlanta, Cephalosha is up there with Scott. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's
You
Splitter.
fucking serious right now?
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without.
I'm doing way better with the
Popovich on
bench.
sidelines.
I don't even know how many I scored with the starters.
Like, I don't even. Nah. Yeah, that's because of my bench, man. Like, my bench hasn't scored shit since I put them in.
Spurs making a switch here. Parker's
I was at least expecting Ginobili at the most.
Look here. Al Horford is checked
Look
in
at it.
for Mike Scott.
Oh, thank finally.
Comes in for Cephalosha. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Teagan for Dennis Schroeder. Korver dishes to Horford. Knocked away. It's stolen by Duncan. Simmons passes.
Oh, what are you?
Yeah.
Korver.
Parker's got 8.
That's how you make an impact with defense. And once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. Floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is
Okay, he was
up.
deep. He was deep.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
But yet,
Yeah,
Kyle
that's not
Korver makes it.
indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Splitter again.
Get over.
And Teague, here we go.
Are you gonna play fucking defense?
Down and gets this game back to even. Teague's got his first bucket in this one.
Ooh.
And that one's good. Parker.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And how good a playmaker has Tony Parker been? One of the best in recent history. The all-time leader in assists for the Spurs over his 14 years there. Just a crafty guy with the ball in his hand.
Oh, dang it.
See, that was an animation, yo, because y'all wasn't even that far.
That is just a careless turnover.
Yeah, that would never
You've got
happen.
to be smarter in those exchanges.
Pick by West. And Mills kicks to Anderson.
That was a bad pass.
And stolen by Splitter. Here's Corver. No luck.
Oh.
Good work defensively by Ginobili.
And this is why you need good defenders on the
wow.
interior to contest shots.
My bench can't do
Yeah, Greg,
shit
making
right.
every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Need to get Jeff.
And
Teague
continuing
on
our
fire.
talk of Tony Parker, the first year he laced up his sneakers, he increased the tempo for that entire Spurs offense, and it continues to this day.
Yeah, and the increase in floor spacing and tempo, a big reason the Admiral, Tim Duncan, and Parker won the championship together in 2003, and obviously Duncan and Parker have won a few more rings since then.
Splitter dishes to T. Corver kicks to T. And another shot. Got a piece of it. Ginobili with the steal. 14 feet away.
That's off. Oh, never mind.
Shots good by Mills. And the Spurs lead by 2.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter,
oh, that was dumb.
Force it,
oh my God! Shouldn't have pump faked that one. I had a little bit of space. I don't even know I
Diaz checked in for San Antonio.
Okay, my bench is in.
Comes in for
Could be
Anderson.
good.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here.
Oh,
Mike Scott's checked in for Split.
Are you serious?
Cephalosha comes in for Al Horford. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Kyle Korver.
Oh, wow.
Subbed in for
the
Jeff
Germans.
Teague. Here's Mills. Last season, Atlanta showed just how much fun a team can have playing basketball, complete team effort. We use that word a lot. You don't see it much in the NBA, but boy, they epitomize it.
Yeah, they sure did. Refreshing to see a team do as well.
That was way too quick.
Oh, where are you?
Different look now for San Antonio. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Diaz. Leonard comes in for Manu Ginobili.
Oh, don't
And Tony
celebrate.
Parker is
Get up.
subbed in
Oh.
for Patty Mills.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points. And
Yeah, I like
folks,
the
it's not
line.
like
Small
the
ball.
Hawks didn't have
I would
talent.
rather
I
have
mean, they
Millsap.
did have
Oh.
all-stars last year. They folded in, however.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Ooh, that was cool.
Now here's Parker. He's got 12.
Oh, dang it.
And the wide open shot from Green.
Oh.
Wow. Yo.
You know, what shows you just how team-oriented
Get that shit out.
season was this stat. They never had anybody score more than 30 points for them in the game all season. Millsap had 30 points once early in the year, and that was the high mark for the team.
Ooh, I thought you shoved that ball out.
That's what I thought.
Back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to
Oh, my.
go back and forth the entire way.
Do that.
He's more inside the three-point line.
There we go, Kent.
He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Oh, Flag.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day. Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
What are you doing, Mike Slack?
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Millsap attacking. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Spurs trail by 3.
And this should be the last possession.
Oh my gosh, yo! Like, make some open shots.
Back before the end of the quarter. Make sure you get the last shot here.
Scott, good. Scott's got 6. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
Here's Parker.
Oh, yep, I saw that.
Wow, it's just that been total bullshit this quarter, man. Can't make shit open.
That's superb clock management there.
I got a lot of fast break points that
in a game that has been very close so far. The Hawks on top, up by 4. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports.
Dude, Millsap can get a triple-double.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Do I want this lineup?
Tremendous output for Parker. He has 14 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
And being smart with the ball like he's been today, Clark, I think it's critical for him and them. He should repeat that every game.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. It's been a clinic from Tony Parker.
How about the magic touch he had on display there?
Like, y'all just standing there and shit, yo. Like,
his teammates, just a plethora of assists.
Plethora, you're going deep into that dictionary of yours, man. It's not a common occurrence with this guy, though. Typically, he's more of a finisher, but that's not been the case.
Where is the defense?
Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Duncan is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Leonard in the 3. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Parker, and a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Aldridge has got 3 assists in the game. Marcus Aldridge, a polished mid-range shooter as well. He's working on expanding his range out beyond the arc.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? Last season he made over 10 times more threes than the season before. He made them at an impressive clip, too. I think it's something he should keep as part of his package.
Nobody wants to play
Went
fucking
for the
defense.
two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas. But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Korver passes to T. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Daniel Green. Then for the Hawks, Splitter comes in for Mike Scott. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Paul Millsap. Aldridge drives in. That's tipped for the fifth.
Oh, wow. And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin,
still cold.
That's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Korver, good.
He's deadly from that spot in the corner. He's been known.
Nobody is
to
playing
points from over there.
fucking defense this quarter, yo.
Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of
They should make these their away jerseys, their home jerseys,
hydrated.
the Hawks should. Because I hate the like patterns, triangles, or whatever's on there. I don't think it looks good.
For the Hawks, Scotty's checked in for Horford. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. Spurs trail by 7.
Jeff Teague, a real speed merchant. I mean, very tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates, blow by, and get right to the rim.
Out to Parker. They need this.
Hey.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And guys, Jeff Teague at attack guard. He's just an average three-point shooter, but he gets to the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league.
Here's Scott. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Tim Duncan picks one up. And Mike Scott, a former second-round draft pick who has carved out a role here in the NBA the last 2 seasons, Clark. He was a major contributor off the bench.
Yeah, he's a bit of a tweener, you know, not big enough to maintain position down low on a consistent basis and not quick enough to really be a 3-man or small forward, but what he can do is get to the basket, rebound okay, and knock down the deep shot.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Parker with a clean look. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Now just a 2-point Hawks lead for Atlanta. They've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency.
And getting back to Mike Scott, his three-point percentage and attempts have increased each year he's been in the league. With a high, quick release, he's capable of making tough shots with a hand in his face.
Ah, damn.
Other players simply can't.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break.
Hell no.
They get the rebound.
There we go.
Korver gets a wide open look.
Oh, no.
Korver
Good.
missing again.
Right.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Man,
Let's go.
fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that though, guys. Some coaches might not want to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. Said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Atlanta's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And he gets the bucket. Scott's got 10 points. And for Leonard here, players say that a lot, but rarely before they reach the end of their rookie contract.
Yeah, I think Leonard just realizes what a special situation he found himself in. I mean, he is the complete package as a player and custom made for how the Spurs like to play. And
Just still full.
Coming off the pick. West has got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Hold on.
On defense, Atlanta. Here's Marjanovic. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
And they better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
You know, you take a look at this group of Spurs and you wonder if they've peaked. I mean, it seems you say that a lot with this team.
He can't shoot free throws.
What Popovich said last
rating?
year, he feels it might actually be the case.
Oh, you got the rebound.
Yeah, yes. All right, let me see. Who's? Oh yeah, my bench garbage. He was 77.
You know, one thing about this
He's a
San
77
Antonio
overall.
team, they just didn't go away last year. Pop
That's
himself
not
said
that bad.
he felt they peaked in the 2014 finals.
You know, and you wonder if what Pop said is true. Spurs lost in the first round last year, and they'll be going through a lot of changes in the near future. And with the way they run that organization, they'll still be competing out the league for quite some time.
Get that.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage
Almost
shot.
backcourt.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Wow.
And guys, in a game this snug,
Look at altitude.
moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Oh, that's lame.
Tie game in San Antonio.
Had a horrible second quarter.
In just a few moments with the start of our
Third.
coming up next. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started.
Hell.
Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague out there with Hardaway. And it's Cephalosha in the small forward position.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Ginobili gets a wide open look. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They've really knocked down their long-range shots.
And as hot as they are, no need to play conservative. Keep firing away.
Hardaway again. It's Ginobili. Hardaway dishes to T. Outside Millsap.
Yo, this.
They're going a little bit cold from the outside right now, trying to cut into this deficit. So when that happens, you still got to take good open shots on the perimeter when you get them, but you also have to get the ball inside some.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
Wow.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice
wow.
serve from them just when
Again
they
with the non-playing
game that was so tight.
Ooh.
Got to be kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a powerful.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, he torches defenders in all kinds of ways. When he's on the floor, he's a matchup headache.
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for
Yeah,
the Hawks.
pump faked it, but okay.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for San Antonio.
Ooh, that's thought I had that.
Atlanta also making some changes here. Splitter is checked in for Cephalosha. Ken Bazemore comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. And here we go with Horford running up the court.
Yeah, out of here. He was not that good as he
was. A great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
Yeah, but you just can't afford to give up plays like that at this time in a ball. And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard.
That was my fault.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should
there
have
been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that. And you know, guys, Manu Ginobili's relationship with Greg Popovich has been really interesting over the years. In the beginning, Pop obviously had a rigid system. Ginobili played with a lot more freestyle and freewheeling nature. The two clashed heavily early on, as one might expect.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Getting back to Ginobili and Popovich, everyone thought Popovich would break Ginobili of his reckless ways, but in fact, you know this, it was the opposite.
You know, Pop recognized he had something special in Ginobili, and it ended up changing his own philosophy, I mean, which I think speaks to the greatness of Greg Popovich. I mean, he was quoted as saying, you know, he does things, Ginobili, that win games. It taught me to watch a little bit more and not be so micromanagement-like, and not sure Pop's ever said that about anybody else.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He told them to stick with what's worked to this point, saying, listen, they're giving us all the space we need inside. Let's take advantage of it. Keep working the ball inside the paint.
The Hawks trailing. Inside. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by West. Here's Green. Rebound by the Hawks.
Joe!
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, Clark, no doubt about it.
Out to the right wing. Here's Bazemore.
Hey.
Anderson with the block. And the Spurs pushing it up now for the finish. And it's Green with the jam.
On that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
San Antonio making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Splitter is checked in for Kent Bazemore. Here's T. And the shot counts.
Wow.
That's a chance for a three-point play.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for San Antonio?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Wow. All you had to do was lay them.
In terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Here's Marjanovic. T covering. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. A nice shot by T.
You know, he was a...
What are you looking at?
Substitutions.
factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
There's 1:26 left here in the fourth quarter. They get a hand on it.
Wow.
Fast break, the Hawks. Millsap's running. The three from Korver. Korver missing again.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there.
No. Okay, good.
A different look now for San Antonio. Aldridge kicks to Parker. Back to Aldridge. To halt the run. Can't get it to go. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. And Millsap, here we go. Here's Korver. And again, it's Atlanta.
Fucking.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
San Antonio again missing. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
And if you thought this game was over already, you're probably right.
Oh, wow. Fucking pass, yo.
It's staring us right in the face, and we've been around long enough to know when a game is over. And this one is in that category.
There's Green with the three. It falls.
Now he makes it.
Oh, and that
Too
cuts
late
the
for
lead
that
to
shit,
just
man.
5. So it's Atlanta now. To the middle. And he commits the intentional foul.
You still got time, you getting off, yo.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to
what?
miss.
I mean, you still gonna be honest, or you getting off for tonight?
And
I'll
he
probably
ends
play
up
another
breaking the
if you want.
second, and
Yes,
that
because that's
increases their
just
lead to
total
6.
bullshit, this game.
Here's Parker. 23 seconds left in the game.
Oh, shit.
Leonard kicks to Parker. Takes a 3. And Splitter pulls it down. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Outside, Green. Shoots the 3. Knocks down the trifecta.
That's too late.
It's good.
Oh,
And so
what?
the Hawks take the win. A truly gutsy performance
Hold
away from
on.
home.
Did the oh, wow. Yo.
he made it.
He made it. God.